Courtney. She has a very unique company here in Virginia Beach and product that she's developed, and I will turn the program over to her.
Thank you. I'm so nervous. I'm going to try to keep it under 6 minutes, but I talk so much. So a little bit about me. I'm 35 years old. I've been a pediatric ER nurse for 15 years. Married military, which brought me to Virginia Beach. I have 3 children, 17, 8, and 5. So 3 years ago, I opened a little shop on Shore Drive called My Chicks. I've dabbled during nursing, I've always had an eBay store online, so I would make unique outfits and sell them and just have a bit of residual income along with my nursing, so I didn't make the husband mad whenever I was spending money shopping. So I've had that eBay store for 15 years, worked as a nurse, and I'm really good at eBay, so then I was like, I'm going to open a storefront, for all my clothes, and I've always dabbled in painting and artistic stuff, doing murals for businesses and baby nurseries and stuff. So then I started bringing some of my furniture pieces that I painted into the store, and then I started building stuff out of old pallets and selling them in my store, and then it kind of developed into Freedom Wood Pallets. So what Freedom Wood Pallets is, let me see if I can do this right, slideshow. So I don't just, people say, you just get pallets and you just paint them? There's a lot of work that goes into it. So I do, let's see, did I do that right?
You got it?
So I pick up the pallets on the side of the road, or my neighbors like to leave them in my front driveway because I know what I do with them. And then I don't just leave them like that. I usually wait until my 17-year-old is in trouble, and then I make him tear them apart. I made this tool with my neighbor that helps tear them all apart. And then because I don't, some people just saw them off, but I like the old nail holes, and I like the unique way it looks. And so then, sorry, there's a swimsuit. So then if it's sunny out, I do it in my front yard. I rebuild them into sizes and shapes that I want, usually 14 by 24 or 24 by 48 for the big ones. And then I kind of assembly line them. So then I go through and do all the blue, and then I go through, and if it's nice, I'll do it outside, now that it's back to summer. Sorry, I think I set my slideshow kind of slow. And if it's cold out, I do it inside in my kitchen, in my dining room with my kids' help. I wonder if I can make it go a little quicker. And so that's just kind of I try to do as many as I can, just getting the flag on. Should I speed up the slideshow?
You want to speed? You want to slow down or sped up?
Just like this. If I just click on it, we'll go to the next one?
Yeah.
So that's just that's my 5-year-old helping me paint. And then there's I did a few cornhole boards too, and then some for Texas. Of course, you have to change the flag on them. Sorry. And then once I get a bunch of them, then I start, whatever people want to order, I start to draw it out. And a cool story about this is a friend of mine I've known for 12 years. He's a tattoo artist, a local tattoo artist. His name is Joey Nobody. And so he kind of gave me the idea. He sent me all pictures of military personnel with their tattoos on their side, and he's like, you should do this on one of your pallets. So I started doing the bone frogs and the tridents, which are our Navy SEAL community. I started with those, were the first things I started doing, and those just took off sorry. And at my store, My Chicks, I kind of started incorporating them into my store, so every Monday I do Military Monday. So I always dress in something ridiculous, like red, white, and blue, kind of like I am today. And then all the military gets 20 to 25% off when they come in and shop. Those are some these are some of my crazy outfits, and I always promote for other people. This is a girl who does fanny packs and earrings. And then this is for a foundation I went to. So I just kind of try to promote for everybody. This is an amazing piece that I'm going to show you in a minute. This is just some of my Military Monday crazy outfits that I promote on Monday. Bay Local was in the last one. Freedom Artist. So then a friend of mine who was a Navy SEAL saw my work, and he owns a place called Green Devil Garage. So he was like, do you think you could do my logo? So I took his business logo and I did it. And then another friend of mine who was also that's Green Devil Garage. So that's the first business logo I did. And then another friend of mine who's really affiliated with the military community was like, hey, you should do my logo. He opened a restaurant, and so I did his logo. And then another Navy SEAL who owns a business was like, hey, can you do my CrossFit Rack logo? So I kind of started doing a bunch of logos, and then the orders just started coming in. So I tried to spend like one Saturday and just do a bunch of bone frogs and a bunch of tridents, because that's what sold the most. This was probably one of the first ones I did. See, this is before I even figured out that I need 13 stars, or 13 stripes. I was just like, would just do the wood, like however many pieces I had. This one, the guy, he was like, I know you freehanded, but I really prefer for you to like use a stencil and like blow it up because I want it exactly like the picture. And I'm like, okay, buddy. So then I did it and I said, is this good enough? And he's like, thank you so much. I know you use your artistic ability and you like to freehand all your stuff. I really appreciate you using mine as a stencil. And I'm like, I freehanded that. So I did not stencil. So bone frog's been a big seller. I've probably done 1 million bone frogs. I could do it in my sleep. This was a wedding gift for a Navy SEAL that another Navy SEAL bought for him. So it has their names and their wedding date, and I wrapped it and put a bow and a card and stuff from the store. Sorry, I missed it, but people will just give me a picture, an idea, and then I just copy it. So like he sent me that picture, I freehanded it into that. So yeah, you can do stencils, and there's people that you can get, like stickers, but mine are all unique because I take the time and I freehand each one of them. And I love getting a new picture, something to try. And then these are like gifts. So on the back, this one wanted me to write, it's for her husband. And so and then I do gifts. This one was from a guy when he was on deployment, and he sent me this text. I got home and I put the palette up. It looks bad. Thank you. And so I just replied, thank you for my freedom. So I love to see them once they've gone to their new homes and the people send me a picture and thank you, and then just like word of mouth. Word of mouth is, so somebody saw that one hanging in that guy's room, so he ordered 2 for me, and then he told his friend, and they ordered 2 more. And then I ship them, I've shipped them all over the U.S. And then I started doing some for not only Navy SEALs. People are like, you only do Navy SEALs. They're the only ones that really order them. So those 2 are for pilots. And then I did divers. I've done like everything. And that's him picking it up from my store. These 2 I did for Anchor Alley's, another restaurant that's military owned. They're hanging in Anchor Alley's. EOD. That one's 2 troops. So I love when people send me a picture. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to try this one because I haven't done it yet. Like I could do bone frogs all day, but they can go this one was probably my best one that I duplicated, I feel like. And so that one was for a group of Seabees, and then once he won it at an auction, at his like command party, then he came back and he had me add SEAL Team 4 to it. Then this is hilarious. My girlfriend, my best friend for like 15 years, she is married to a Navy SEAL, and she's like one of the head people of the Navy SEAL Foundation. So her kids go to the Williams School, so that palette was the one I did like 3 years ago, and then this is the one I did this year for the Williams School auction. So you can just see like over time they've gotten really cooler and better, and then that's kind of when I started getting into doing them for foundations and donating pieces. So this is for the UDT SEAL Foundation, cornhole boards, and those auctioned off for $900. This one was for the same UDT SEAL Foundation, another event. And this is kind of a cool story. This guy who bid on it, he walked in, he had to get on a plane, so he couldn't wait the 3 days till the bidding was over. So he was like, I'm paying $800 and I'm taking it today. And he's the head of the SEAL Legacy Foundation. So then he hit me up later and had me, go back to make one for his SEAL Legacy Foundation and ship it. And then I got his friend, I can't think of his name. I know you know his name. He's Wounded Wear. So I did one for him, and then of course the orders started pouring in. So this is for one ride, which the restaurant Chow Boys was part of, and Green Devil Garage. So I did cornhole boards for that too. This is for Anchor Alley. He's just I even do them for my son's baseball league. Like I coached his team last year, and so everybody's like, can you donate a pallet? Can you donate a pallet? And this is a cool story. A lady who follows me on Facebook, she had a convention coming in, and she was like, you got to order from this girl. So that was Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, wow.
And so he ordered those. This is for my for another project. This was probably one of my favorite ones too. I love that one because I got to like splatter the paint. It got all over my store, but it's fine. And that too. And then I got with another guy who lives in Key West who does like the cutouts of them, and I just added that. So then a friend of mine, like 2 weeks ago, he owns Lindy's, and he asked me to do cornhole boards for that. And then, so the main guy, that Joey Nobody, the tattoo artist that helped me get started with this, he recently got diagnosed with testicular cancer. And so a few weeks ago, we had a big charity event at Chick's Oyster Bar. And so I did something I've never done. There's Scott Taylor, her And the guy that owns Kent that owns Lindy's. So I had this idea. I've had it saved on like my Pinterest board forever. That's my daughter with the cornhole boards. And I try to take them to all the events just so they can see my work and see that what I'm spending all these hours away from them in the garage is like for something cool. Danny Dietz, he passed away. His widow does this big foundation in Texas. So she ordered 3 pallets for me, and I shipped 2 to Texas, and then 1 was for, God, I can't think of names right now. He was the one, the movie The Lone Survivor was made after, The Only Surviving, yeah. So, yeah, thank you. And so I sent 2 to the foundation, so the man that does a big thing in Texas every year, so I shipped that one to Texas. And then she wanted, I love this, then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send and who will go for us? And I said, here I am, send me. So that was for the widow. And those are 3, and then that one went to Marcus Luttrell, the lone survivor. And then, so see, I ship them, I pack them up, and I spend like $150 like to go ship them all over the place. So this is the tattoo artist. See, this is the gun case idea that I had. And I made it for the tattoo artist, the one who like gave me the idea to start Freedom Wood Pallets. So this is his, he has testicular cancer, so this one went for I think $1,100, a gun case, and it locks, so being a pediatric ER nurse, I'm like, your kids can never know that thing opens, it's just to look on the wall, you know? And this one was really cool. And you meet so many people when you go to these things. And yeah, the orders pour in like, oh, can you do this, can you do that, can you do that? But I love doing it. And I met the girl, Natasha, I think she's gonna present here in a few weeks, who does these barrels at this. And I've known Magda for a little while now. And so I was telling Magda, she asked me to do some for her, for an event, and I'm just like, I would love to. It's just like, you know, the cost and the expenses and the time away from my kids doing this is taking, that's Joey Nobody. That's the guy that helped me get started with the tattoo artist with testicular cancer. That's his thing. And then the next picture is the girl who bid on my piece. So Natasha's gonna come present. I met Magda a while back, and so I was telling her I'd love to do them. I'm just like swamped with time, and you know, I'm having to spend, being a single mom, I'm having to spend money out of my store account, you know, to pay for shipping. And I love to do this, so I want to continue to do it. I just need to find different venues of like, you know, help. Like maybe if I could find someone to, and that's Magda's. That's the one that's right here. So she sent me this picture, and then I freehand it onto the board. And that's my favorite thing to do is like try something new that I've never done before. And then that starts over from that. I don't know how to stop it.
That's all right. You just...
So sorry that was like kind of all over the place. But people say like, oh, well, it's just a pallet. Can you have a pallet for me by tomorrow? And I'm like, no, like I build them and I paint them and I like lay them out. Is it my 6 minutes? Did I go past my 6 minutes? Okay, sorry.
Let's give Courtney a big hand for